welcome back to Diaries of Smiles! Guess who's back again. I am back for Zoe's 24-hour read-a-thon. This is my second read-a-thon, which makes me a pro, obviously. I'm just so excited. I am ready for this. I am ready for this read-a-thon. So today is March 2nd, and technically, officially at midnight, Zoe's 24-hour read-a-thon is supposed to start. But because I am a college student and because I originally actually wasn't planning on doing this read-a-thon because next week is finals for me, which is like, yeah, bad decisions on my part. But you know what? I was like, I'm gonna do this anyways. I told my mom that I was gonna do this read-a-thon like a week ago. And then I texted her because she was like asking me like, how is it going? All that kind of stuff. And I told her I changed my mind. Like, I'm not gonna do the read-a-thon, Mom. I'm sorry. I just have too much work to get done. I'm like ridiculously sleep deprived. This week was rough, you guys. Like, it was rough for me. My mom literally sent me this quote and I read it and I'm like, you know what? You're right, Mom. We're gladiators. We are gladiators. I actually am changing the rules a little bit to fit with my schedule. I know that's not technically allowed, but it's the only way that I can participate in the read-a-thon and still pass this quarter of college. But it is currently 4 p.m. and I decided that instead of starting at midnight, I'm gonna start at 5 p.m. today and end 5 p.m. tomorrow. That way, I still have like a good chunk of tomorrow to study, to get my homework done. I still have Saturday as well as Sunday to do all that kind of stuff to prepare for next week. So that was like the happy medium that I came up with. So without further ado, I'm going to share with you guys my TBR. Last time around, I read 2 books, so I did pretty good. I feel pretty confident this time around that I can do the same thing. So I have 2 main books that I want to finish, and then a 3rd book that I will get to once I like finish these 2. First things first, what am I currently reading? So right now I am reading Opal, which is like was just released 2 days ago. It is a short story or a novella released by my favorite author, Maggie Stiefvater. She wrote the Raven Cycle series, and I am dying waiting for her new series that'll be coming out that's focused on one character. Right now she calls the project the Ronan trilogy. Ronan's the name of the character. But this is a short like 38-page story following one character whose name is Opal, who I won't really talk much about because I don't want to spoil anyone who hasn't read the book yet. So I'm halfway through that. I have like 12 pages left to read of this. So I'm not going to count it towards this read-a-thon. I hope to finish it before 5 p.m. But then, okay, so first book that I'm going to dive into for this read-a-thon is Hidden Bodies by Caroline Kepnes. I have been waiting so long to read this book. This has been on my shelf since my birthday, like a year, like not even my last birthday, my previous birthday. So like I've had this for a good like year and a half. Hidden Bodies, oh my god. Okay, so this is the 2nd book in a series by Caroline Kepnes. The first book was called You by Caroline Kepnes. This is an adult series. So we follow our main character Joe, and he is, okay, I took AP Psych, but I still don't know the difference between a sociopath and a psychopath. So for all my psych majors out there, if you can let me know. But he's one of the 2. He's like really messed up in the head. And in this book, he stalks different women and may or may not kill them. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but the first book, You, was absolutely terrifying and amazing at the same time because the first book and this book are both told in 2nd person. So it's like, you did this, I follow you to the store, I see you do your hair. Like, it's very like, you feel like the character that he's stalking. That sounds really creepy. Okay, it's a good book. Okay, it definitely is an adult novel. There is a lot of explicit content in there. There's a lot of swearing, a lot of cursing, a lot of explicit sexual content as well. So just a warning out there to all the youngins watching. I would not recommend it if, you know, if it's, you know, if you're young. But if you're grown, then highly recommend it. The first book was one of those books that I finished so quickly, but I remember so vividly because the writing is amazing. Like, let me just read you the first line of this book. I buy violets for Amy, not roses. Roses are for people who did something wrong. I have done everything right this time around. I'm a good boyfriend, I choose well. Amy Adam lives in the moment, not in the computer. Violets are the state flower of Rhode Island, I tell the guy wrapping up my flowers. His careless, dirty hands graze the petals, my petals. New effing York. So that's like the first like few lines. I'm not the best narrator, but it's very much like so vivid. It's like the imagery, the descriptive elements, it's just like everything you want in a book is in this book. So I'm so excited to start reading this next book that I plan on reading after that one. I kind of just realized that I have a theme going on here for my TBR. I'm kind of in the mood for like thrillers, like suspense, actiony, crime sort of books. I blame There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins because I just finished reading that one last month, and now I'm just in the mood for like these like crime, like creepy kind of books. So this next book here is Jacobite by William Ritter. This book has been recommended to me so much by you guys. I picked it up a while ago, but haven't gotten around to it. But this book sounds so interesting. It follows our main character. It takes place in the year 1892, I believe. It follows our main character who just moved to London and becomes the assistant to the crime investigator Jacobite. And Jacobite in this book, he has like this magic. He has this like ability to sense supernatural creatures, so it is like a supernatural sort of crime book. And I'm not sure whether or not this is sort of a retelling of the Jack the Ripper murders. I am like, the way it sounds like Jacobite, like I think it could be, but I'm not 100% sure. But if it is, I'm all for it because, again, crime, thriller, all for it right now. If I'm able to finish those two books, I have this last book here that I need to read before the fourth book comes out. My soul, my heart, oh my god. It is my #1 favorite series. Well, Maggie Stiefvater and Tahereh Mafi are both my favorite authors ever. But it is Unravel Me by Tahereh Mafi. Her newest book, Restore Me, is coming out, and I'm so excited. I'm like getting all emotional because it is my favorite book. Like literally, you guys, like I have let me show you this. I have a tattoo for this book series because I just love it so much. It is like that book series for me. So anyways, my plan is to reread the books before the last one comes out, and I only finished rereading the first one last month, so I have like 3 days to reread the next 2 books before I get to it. It is now like 4:15. It's been 15 minutes. I'm gonna quickly make some food, eat that, clean up my room, just like get everything prepared and set for this read-a-thon, because once I start, I don't want to have to stop for any reason. And we're gonna be successful this time around, you guys. I will catch you in 45 minutes. All right. I want to die a slow and painful death. Okay, I finished one assignment. I'm really happy because it was a pretty like lengthy like assignment, but I have a big assignment that's like 5 pages that I have to do, and it's due Sunday. So anyways, I paused or took a short break so that I could tell you guys something that I forgot to tell you earlier, but my book is on Wattpad. Okay, so I mentioned previously that I write a lot, but I just don't really share much of what I write. So after much persuasion, I decided to start putting some of the chapters of one of the novels that I've written or am currently still working on up on Wattpad. And if you don't know what Wattpad is, it is this amazing website that I used to be on all the time, where you can just read like a bunch of different stories from different authors. There's a lot of fan fiction on there. It's just amazing. That was like my main source of reading when I was like 13. Everything I read was off of Wattpad. I wish I could remember what my old Wattpad account was, because then I'd be able to recommend you guys some amazing stories, but I don't know what it was, so I had to create a new account. But my story, it's called Canned Corey. You'll understand why it's called that once you start reading it. It's up on there. I have like 6 chapters, and I've been getting messages because people want me to update and like add more chapters, which, oh my god, I want to like work on that so badly right now, but like my school writing has to come first. So anyways, the link will be down below if you want to follow me and read it and check it out. I'd really appreciate your feedback. Since I just completed one assignment, I'm gonna go back and read another 50 pages of my book. Or not my book, but of Hidden Bodies by Caroline Kepnes. Okay, let's go. Hello, you guys. Okay, so I'm 100 pages into, can you see it? Hidden Bodies. This book, Caroline Kepnes. By the way, the sun is starting to go down, so I apologize if the lighting is progressively getting darker. But okay, so Caroline Kepnes, she just loves like her creepy characters. Like seriously, I forgot how creepy Joe was. Joe's our main character. He's the guy whose head we're in, and like reading this book is bringing back all the memories from the first book, and I just remember what went down with that whole situation and his first like girlfriend. Oh my god, like I don't want to spoil you, but I just want to talk about like this book with someone so bad. But anyways, yeah, he's being a creep as per usual, so update on him. My choice in books, like I just love like weird books, so if you're new to my channel, welcome. I want to keep reading, but I have schoolwork to do, so story of my life. Update. It has been quite a bit of time. It is currently 9 p.m. now, and I'm dying. But no, I got a ton of schoolwork done, and I'm just so happy. I got maybe like 4 or 5 assignments done. I mean, I still have like quite a bit to get through, but I got through more than I thought I could get through. And on top of that, I also read another, was it 100 pages? What were we on last time I updated? I don't even remember, but I'm on page 200 of Hidden Bodies now, so I'm about halfway through it, and it is so good, you guys. It is so good. Like, I don't know what to say without spoiling the book. On my computer, trying not to take a break and watch Outlander. I'm currently, if you guys remember, I read Outlander my last vlog, or my last 24-hour read-a-thon, and I only got up to episode 6 in the TV show after I finished the book, so I still have quite a few episodes to watch. I just opened my computer, and it was like one of the first files that popped up was like, episode 7, and I'm just like, no, no. Outlander is literally like this hole that you fall into and you don't get out of, so I'm not falling down that hole because I have to be productive this weekend, you guys. Probably going to update in the morning. I'm going to spend the rest of tonight just getting as much schoolwork done as possible so that at least tomorrow morning I can spend trying to finish this book. I wanted to, like I said, to at least have 1 book done for this read-a-thon. But yeah, so far it's going better than I thought. Also, update, I finished the short story Opal, the one that I was reading before, by Maggie Stiefvater, and it was so good. She literally dropped so many hints, you guys, as to what's gonna happen in the first book of the next series she's writing. Like, she's talking about all these plans that certain characters have that are mentioned, sorry. I'm burping, that are mentioned, and it's so, like, literally, I'm gonna, like, send a personal message to Maddie and be like, I need an arc of the first book. Alright, I'll see you guys in a little bit. It is currently March 3rd and it is 12:18 p.m. I ended up doing schoolwork until about 2:30 a.m. and you guys, I got so much work done. A lot of like little things that I had to get done, but I got so much more done than I thought I would, which I'm so happy. Which means, okay, so this morning I woke up at around 7-ish. Around 7 this morning, I ate breakfast, I got some more work done. I read like 20 more pages of Hidden Bodies, but I'm still only like 230 something pages into the book. And you guys, I'm using a bookmark. Look at this. You guys can't give me any shade now for not using bookmarks because your girl's using a bookmark now. Anyways, So yeah, I read that, and then I went to the gym. Oh my God, no, I'm really, like, I was just feeling so, you know, like when you haven't moved your body in a while, it's just like, you know, when you're like sitting down studying for a while and stuff like that, I just get really like, I don't know, like itchy, like I need to like move and do something. So I went to the gym for like half an hour, that was great, and now it is currently noon, and I only have 5 more hours of the Read-A-Thon left. I am a little disappointed. The book is not told entirely in second person anymore, which makes me really sad because that's what I loved about the first book so much, was that it was literally every chapter was in second person. But this book, it's more told in first person. I mean, you still get that same effect of just like, you can definitely like tell the personality of the main character and everything like that, but it's just, I was a little sad that it's not told in second person because it's the main character in this book, or the girl that like is his girlfriend now, is Amy, poor Amy. So he's like, Amy did this, Amy did that, Amy did it, instead of like, you did this, you did that, which is still good, but like, again, slightly disappointed. Amy, the main girl in this book, right? So she reads him, Joe, a book, and then she's like, oh, like, what are your thoughts on it? And he says, I want to let it sit in a while. I don't like this culture of reading a book and spitting out an immediate reaction. When I read that, I was like, wow, that's like really deep. You know, I agree. I think we do like give our immediate reactions to everything. But then I'm like, he's a sociopath. I am relating to a sociopath. I'm thinking of pausing this book. I know I only have like a little under 5 hours left of this readathon, but I really want to get to Jacobite, and it's not very long. And I think if I like quickly eat my food, I can finish it. But honestly, I'm not too worried about finishing it in the time span of this readathon. I just want to like, I just really want to read it. I've accepted the fact that, you know, it's finals weekend, and I'm still proud of myself for reading as much as I have read. I have all of these boxes, you guys, that I've received in the mail with books in them. So I wanted to quickly do an unboxing because I feel like it's now like tradition to do like a semi-unboxing during my 24-hour, not my 24-hour readathons, but during 24-hour readathons. From Tor Publishing, Witchmark by C.L. Polk, and this is supposed to be a new fantasy book, and I believe it's out already. My favorite series, the series that got me into reading, was the Percy Jackson series by Rick Riordan, and I received this box, and it is a new special edition release of not his new book, but I believe Rick Riordan is starting like a publishing company or like some sort of division in which he like edits and releases like books that are similar to those that he's released, which have to do with like different mythologies. So this has to do with Hindu mythology, I believe. Arusha, The End of Time by Roshani Chokshi. I'm sorry, I feel really, like, I always get really upset when people mispronounce my name, and I constantly mispronounce people's names, so I apologize. But this is the first title in a new series inspired by Hindu mythology. Percy Jackson meets Sailor Moon in this fast-paced adventure with plenty of divine and demonic interference. So it's come with like a bunch of just super cool swag stuff. So like just like what is that called? Eye mask, keychains, and the book itself here at the bottom. Look at that cover, you guys. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna quickly put this back because we're in a hurry. We got reading to do. The last thing I have here is the January, actually, is this January or February? January or February Fairy Loot box. The first thing in here is this mug, and I know it's a mug because Fairy Loot occasionally just gives like amazing stinking mugs. Like half the mugs I have in my cabinet are like from Fairy Loot. Sorry, I'm like out of frame. So you have like Little Red Riding Hood, you have Hansel and Gretel, and what is this? Rapunzel. Oh, look, this is, I need to figure out who this artist is because I'm literally gonna buy all of her mug designs because I have her Queen of Books mug, and then one more, and they're just amazing. I love them so much. The next thing in here is a pair of socks, super cool. I think they have like witch hats and stuff on them, looks very cool. And then there's a candle that says The Hunterland, Oakland Moss and Tea Leaves. Pretty cool. Oh my God. Oh my God, you guys, this smells so good. This smells like, have you ever gone into like an incense shop? I don't know if you can tell, but I burn a lot of incense in my life. You can't smell it, but there's incense burning right now. Yes, we have Poison Apple Bath Salt, and I love these bookmarks. Like I said, I'm trying to get into using bookmarks more, so, you know. quickly, the book of the month is The Hazelwood by Melissa. Oh my God, okay, so I have seen this book, not this cover. I think that the US cover is like white and black. I could be wrong, but I think, no, actually black and green. It's like black with like green vines. Okay, I could be thinking of the wrong book, but I have heard of this book here. It follows our main character, Alice, and her grandmother like writes these really dark fairy tales. And her grandmother dies mysteriously in her estate called the Hazelwood. And then her mother gets kidnapped by one of the dark fairy tale creatures that Alice always thought was just like make-believe, but apparently, I guess her grandmother was writing about true things and true creatures that exist. So it kind of reminds me of like the Spiderwick Chronicles a little bit, but so excited to read this one. I'm not gonna do what I did last time and drop everything I'm reading now just to pick up the new books that I received. But all right, I'm gonna pack all this up, and I think I'm gonna use my new mug today. So let's go get some coffee and get on with this reading because it's already 12:30. I've wasted 15 minutes. Okay, let's go. It's like 3:34-ish. Huge time jump. I have been so immersed in this book, you guys. It is so good. Like literally, like reading it, it's such a quick read. It literally starts like within the first like 15 pages, there's action. Like you jump in and like it takes maybe the author like 8 pages to like just set up the whole world that this character's in, and then after that you're just in it and it's just like the ball starts rolling and it's just so good. The writing is amazing. And like, okay, so this book reminds me of like the Infernal Devices a little bit, but like the Infernal Devices meets Nancy Drew, this strange man named Jacobi, who I keep imagining him as like this old man, but really he's like, I think the same age as our main character, like around like 18, 19-ish or something like that. Anyways, like the way he talks, like it just, I feel like he's like an old man, like he's like, whatchamacallit, like he's Frankenstein or something, like just like this like kind of mad scientist guy. Jacobi, right? So he's looking for like a new detective assistant, and the job description is really weird, and she ends up finding out that he's like, can kind of see through what I imagine is like a glamour and can see like creatures that exist in the world, but you can't see unless like you have like the ability to see them. So like fairies, pixies, like all sorts of just weird creatures. And so he's sort of that like, I don't know, he's kind of like a shadow hunter, but like minus the special powers of like fighting and stuff like that. Oh my god, I just realized I only have like an hour and a half left of the read-a-thon. Honestly, I'll probably just end up continuing reading through the evening hours, even after the read-a-thon. But I'm gonna continue reading. I'm kind of hungry, but like I only have an hour and a half left, so I'm just gonna like power read and then update you guys when I get to 5 p.m. and hopefully I'll have finished this book, and yeah, that'll be a success for me. I'll count that as a success if I can just finish at least one book during this read-a-thon. Okay guys, it is officially 5 p.m. It's like golden hour right now, but it's officially 5 p.m. and I am at page 207 in Jacobi, and I'm literally only have like, I think there's only 250 something pages in here. I don't know, the 273, I think like about 280. So I'm literally just a few pages, well, a few, maybe not a few pages, maybe a little more than a few pages away from finishing it, but I am not gonna break the rules this time. I'm stopping at 5 p.m. And yeah, it's the end of the 24-hour read-a-thon for me anyways. Everyone's probably still reading till midnight. But all right, so I'm a little bummed. I was like speed reading the last little section of it. It is so good. Like, okay, so as you continue the book, it's like you learn more about this Jacobi because he's kind of mysterious in the beginning. Like, I think the first like 100 pages, he was kind of just like this sort of very like mad scientist character where he just says things that just like don't make sense, but make sense to him. And then he kind of expects everyone else to understand. So he kind of like talks in riddles a little bit. But then like there's kind of this underlying like, all right, who is he though? Like, you know, like we don't get a backstory to him until like a little bit later down the line. But anyways, okay, so I'm gonna add up the page count because I'm not gonna go by books read because I didn't complete either of the books that I set out to complete, but I got halfway through Hidden Bodies, so I read 236 pages of this one, and then I read 200 and, did I say 10 or 15? 200 and, we're just gonna go with a lower number. Okay, 210 pages of Jacobi, which totals to, hold on, I'm gonna get my calculator out, because I can like do mental math with it, but if I'm off, you guys will call me out. So let me see. So we have 236 plus 210 equals 446 pages read in 24 hours on top of doing schoolwork and studying for finals. I am proud of myself. 446, okay. I think 446 pages is equivalent to at least one book. So I can like unofficially, officially say I read one book during this read-a-thon. So, woo! Okay, so I have my laptop out. I'm gonna go to the store and get some food because I am very hungry, and then I'm going to be on that computer until like 2 in the morning tonight, and I'm hopefully, you know what I'm gonna do? I'll probably end up continue reading this after I eat and finishing it and then starting my schoolwork because it's so good. I literally stopped in the middle of chapter, okay, what chapter? It was in the middle of a pretty intense scene. As you guys know, I'm like notorious for stopping in the middle of like an action scene and just being like, all right, I'll pick you up in a second. Till next time, I think the next video I'm gonna see you guys in will be my Ignite Me vlog. Oh my God, 2 days, 2 days. That's gonna be a warning. There's gonna be a lot of tears in that video, so just be ready. Yeah, just be ready. All right, until next time, keep reading. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.